your first work that you put for Washing Her Feet. So what kind of CD is that? And I am going to definitely look for it. What kind of CD is it? Is it a romance type of CD, or like what is the music that's on it?
Yeah, so Washing Her Feet is absolutely, it's like a romance album. And it got me in a lot of trouble with the church. You know, I released the album because I felt like Christians didn't really have good,
Oh
like,
yeah, love songs and stuff.
romantic sex music to listen to. And I felt like, yo, that's a problem. Like, why do we have to listen to the raunchy, degrading music of the world when we want to do something that is honoring God, because we're doing it in the confines of marriage? And so I was like, yo, I
Right.
don't like that we got to listen to this crazy kind of music if we want to set the mood. And I want to give people something that I feel like is clean, it's not going to make them feel dirty, but is also going to feel smooth and like some good music.
Right.
And so,
Yeah,
you know, naturally being
that's
a
dope.
rapper, you kind of, that kind of style is reserved more for like your R&B people. But I grew up playing jazz. I'm musically trained. I play trumpet. And so because I understand music and melody, I grew up singing in a choir. I've got a lot of like music vision inside of me that goes way beyond just hip hop. So I began working with some producers who kind of specialize in R&B. And again, like my heart and my mind was just in like this lovey-dovey mode because, you know, I was about to get married. So my writing was naturally a lot more sensitive and a lot more thought-provoking in the way of love. I was reading about love in the Bible and seeing how God talks about us, but then also how there's
Uh-huh.
passages in like Song of Songs that are
Yeah,
specifically about romance. And like a lot of people miss that the Bible has passages that were specifically about healthy love and romance. So I studied those, studied how God thinks about us, and I began writing music about my wife and writing music, you know, just about God's love and putting it in the scope of marriage and talking about the ups and downs of marriage. And so the album is painted kind of as a roller coaster because you have songs that just sound like, wow, everything is great. We're excited. We're married. But then you have songs that are like, yo, we arguing. We want to leave. We don't want to be
Right.
here. But then
right.
you get the hope woven in there that's like, but God never left me. And so
That's awesome.
even when God should have left me, he didn't leave me.
Hmm.
And so
Yeah.
because I know
Right.
that, even when I want to leave you, I'm not going to leave you. And so I began telling that story and Washing Her Feet, you know, for people who were traditional, they had a problem with it and said he's losing his mind, he's no longer a Christian, all these things. But I can't focus on the critics because there were so many
Right.
more people that hit me up talking about, man, your album blessed my marriage. I was in seasons where we didn't know how we were going to get through it. And I heard this song,
Mm-hmm.
or man, your album inspired me that actually the way God wants us to pursue love and relationships is the right way. And the way that I've been going about it is wrong. And I want to change. And people talked about how now the album inspired them to wait till marriage. And so we got so many positive responses that
Yeah.
we didn't take time paying attention to the people who are negative and not understanding us. And that's kind of how I move with my music anyway.